Hi friends, I'm Ghassan again and welcome to my channel Cascade. In the previous episode in Modify Panel video series, I shown you how to move, copy, stretch, rotate, mirror, and scale objects. If you didn't watch it yet, click the link above. In this tutorial, let me continue where I had stopped, and I will show you how to trim, extend, and fillet objects. Before that, don't forget to subscribe my channel and hit the bell to get notifications. Stay tuned. Let's start with trim. In Modify panel, we have trim, or use the command tr enter. It trims the objects to meet the edges of other objects. To trim objects, select the boundaries for the trim as cutting edge and press enter, then select the object that you want to trim. For example, I want to trim this part. First, I want to choose and select the boundary of the trim. The boundary of the trim is this line. Trim, select the boundary, this one, press enter, then select the object that you want to trim, this one, press second enter. Another example, I want to trim this part. Trim, this line is the boundary for the trim or cutting edge, so select this one, press enter, and select the part of the line you want to trim. You can select one or more objects to be used as boundary for the trim. For example, I want to trim this part. This line and this line are the boundaries. So, click trim and select these two boundaries, this one and this one. Press enter and select the part, this part, to trim. Enter. To select all displayed objects as cutting edges, after click trim, press enter directly without selecting any boundaries. Press enter and select the objects or parts you want to trim. Extend. It extends objects to meet the edges of other objects. In Modify panel, under Trim, we have Extend. First, select the boundary or the objects to serve as boundary edges. Then press Enter. Then select the line Extend and press enter a second time when you finished. For example, I want to extend this line to this line. Extend, select this line as boundary, press enter, then select this line to extend. You can press Extend and directly press Enter. All objects are boundaries. You can press any line or any part to extend and press Enter. What is fillet? Fillet is an arc that's created tangent between two 2D objects, or a curved transition between two surfaces or adjacent faces on a 3D solid. Let's focus on the first one, 2D objects. It can be created with 2D polyline, arcs, circles, ellipses, lines, rays, splines, and X-lines, construction lines. To fillet, click Fillet icon in Modify panel. For example, I want to make a fillet in this part between this line and this line. Select the first of two objects or the first line segment of a 2D polyline to define the fillet. Select this one. Then select the second line segment of 2D polyline. You can hold down the Shift key in the keyboard before selecting the second line to form a sharp corner. Temporary value of 0 is assigned to the current fillet radius. So click Fillet, select the first line segment, hold down the Shift key in the keyboard, and select the second line. The direction and length of the arc created is determined by the points picked. Always select the object closest to where you want the end points of the fillet to be drawn. For example, we have a line and an arc. First example, I want to fillet by clicking this point and this point. Fillet, pick here and pick here. Instead of this point, let's pick this point and create fillet. You see the difference. Example number 3. Instead of this point, click this point. The arc will continue to this point by creating a fillet. Instead of this point, click here and make a fillet. When a circle is selected, the circle is not trimmed. The fillet drawn meets the circle smoothly. Another example, fillet between this point and this point of these circles. The circle is not trimmed. To specify the fillet radius value, click Fillet, then type R for radius and type the radius value. For example, 25. Another fillet radius value. To trim or no trim the segments after clicking fillet, type T, then T to trim, or N to no trim. First example, T for trim. Radius is equal to 30, for example. Another one, fillet, T for trim, and type N to not trim the segments after fillet. For multiple fillet, press M, then select the segments to fillet them. Fillet, M, press T and E to trim, then M to multiple. With this tool, I will finish this episode to continue with other tools in the Modify Panel series next tutorial. Hope to enjoy and benefit. See you later.